Hello, it is Wisdom Wednesday, September 5th, 2018. Steve Sipress here with the sun firmly in my eyes as the sun is setting in the west. But I figure it's better for you to have it in my eyes than messing up the video by being in the camera. I guess maybe I could face sort of away from it. There you go. How about that? Let's do that one. All right, so my beautiful wife Michelle gets an invitation. Bob Donald's here. Great seeing you, Bob. Hope, and I'm sure I'm sure it's even more fantastic where you are than where I am. You're out in Newport, right? All right. Anyway, my beautiful wife Michelle is here. So my beautiful wife Michelle gets an invitation to a party. Now, who doesn't love a party? You're invited to a party. Fantastic. Great. Then she looks at the details. Oh, party is going to be in the, the clubhouse at our community here, and it's only $10 because she's got to pay for the room, right? So, $10 each, and there'll be a cash bar. So you pay for your own drinks. I'm like, at what point does this even have the semblance of being a party? Like, doesn't the host, maybe at the least, if you're having, you might say, bring your own food, everyone bring a dish, everyone bring a six-pack, something like, not like, hey, here's a party, you pay to attend, and then you pay for your drinks. Oh, and then, by the way, I'll be showing you all my multi-level stuff and trying to sell it to you during the party. See, now, my beautiful wife Michelle, who's seen me, we have hosted hundreds of events for business owners, probably 300-400 events, anywhere from small, just 5 or 10 people at a lunch or a dinner. In fact, that's where I met Bob. He hosted a dinner for 10, 12, 15 of us. It was fantastic. I forget what event we were at, but it was great. All the way up to, 80, 100, 200, 300 business owners in the room. That was about my limit. That's where I stopped. It already got too crazy there, and I said, never running another huge one like that. I didn't even get a chance to say hello to everybody that was there. And it was a 2-day event. But see, and there you go. See, now that's part of it. A party is where the host invites people in, and every time I held any of those events, there might have been an attendance, a fee to attend, but I made it clear why there would be a fee to attend. There's a special guest speaker or something. But almost every one of my events, it was free, and I provided lots of food and drink, and went around between my beautiful wife Michelle and I. Either one of us or both of us said hello to everybody. How you doing? What's going on? This or that. Enjoy. Have a party. And on top of that, a lot of these I taught, or I had guest speakers come and teach valuable business information. So it's all a great party. In fact, my Chicagoland Sharpest Entrepreneurs group that I ran for over 6 years in Chicago for business owners, I called it, I changed the name a couple of times, but the last 100 or so events we had, we called it a celebration. I said, yeah, let's call it a celebration, because small business owners, especially, back during the Obama days of crushing small business owners for 8 years, we needed to celebrate, because there wasn't a lot to celebrate being a small business owner, not to mention we were in the Chicago area. So you had the state of Illinois crushing small business owners with their over-regulation and over-taxation and just horrible business environment, and then the nation overall doing the same thing with its horrible business environment, and for small business I'm talking about, and crushing regulations and taxes and all that kind of crap. So I said, let's have a celebration every month. So people came and, bring a friend, and food, drink, party, meet some great people, have a great time, make some business deals, learn some good information. We'll see you next month. But this one, my beautiful wife Michelle's like, you're not going to believe this. Look at, she's doing everything wrong. Do you think I'm going to this? The failure this person is making is she's not doing the math. Okay, so I'll talk about effective marketing for small business owners is all about only two things, and two things only. You got to do the math, and you got to know human behavioral psychology. And both are a major fail in this case. So please, don't be that guy or gal. Don't do this, okay? The human behavioral psychology of getting invited to a party is not to follow up with, oh, and by the way, you're paying for the whole thing. You're paying for your food and drink, and it's not really a party unless, because, Tupperware, I think, was the first one to make it famous with their Tupperware parties. Hey, let's all have a... But, now that I think about it, even Tupperware parties. I'm pretty sure that still to this day, people host a Tupperware party in their home, invite over their friends, neighbors, coworkers, family, and they provide some snacks and some drinks and some food. They don't say, come to my house. We're going to have a Tupperware party. We're going to have fun. We're going to show you all the latest whatever. And it's not just Tupperware, of course. Like, it's this multi-level, a bunch of multi-level companies do it. And, you know, people that sell Avon do it. And all kinds of things do it. Let's have a little party. And people understand, okay, we're going to have fun with the items. And, you know, we'll try on the perfumes. Or we'll eat the samples of the stuff. Or, you know, they have fun with it. And we'll all see each other and have some fun, and we'll have some food, and we'll drink, and we'll kind of have a party. And if we do want to buy something, we'll buy something. And kind of the guests, I mean, I've been to these, the frame of mind of the guests is, that's where the $10 goes. Like, all right, I'll buy some of your Tupperware because, you know, you put out the food, and you put out the drink, and you're entertaining us in the home, and here's a $20 cover charge and give me a container of something. But when you say, I'm hosting a party, and here's how it's going to work. You're paying an attendance fee. You're paying for your drinks. And then you're going to be sold stuff the whole time. So who's the party for? Like, big mistake. Okay, so do the math. Okay, that's where she made her biggest mistake. Well, both. Human behavioral psychology is, hey, got an invitation to a party. Oh, not really a party. It's really, I have to pay money to go be sold stuff. Ouch. So human behavioral psychology failed, but the math is the big fail, because she could have solved that and said, how much would it be worth to gain a customer from my multi-level thing? Most of those have, like, you know, a monthly requirement of buying, and then they might even refer to friends and whatever, and, you know, you could generate thousands and thousands of dollars from the lifetime value of a multi-level marketing customer, especially if they become a distributor, build a team, leader, whatever, you know, every organization calls it different things. Then you could make tons of money, and you're going to get your 5, 10, 15, 20, 30%, whatever level you're at. So do the math and calculate and say, okay, let's see if I can get 20 people to show up, and I just get even just 2 customers, and my average customer makes me a lifetime value of $1,000 profit. This party is worth $2,000 to me. Therefore, I can put out $1,000 to host the party and come out way ahead, have a fun time. Everyone loves me. The next time I invite them, they'll show up instead of the next, what do you think will happen the next time this person invites my beautiful wife Michelle again? Like, she's already mortified by the whole concept. Like, how about having people show up all the time? And how about you say, I'm very happy to put out $1,000 to rent the place, get some food, get some drink, play some music, have a great time. And by the way, I lowballed the whole thing. I mean, if she's only making a couple of $1,000s from it, that's incredibly low. So do the math. And this reminds me, my Chicagoland Sharpest Entrepreneurs Group started as a chapter of the Bill Glazer and Dan Kennedy organization, GKIC. Back then, organization to help small business owners with, grow their businesses, make sales and do marketing and advertising and all that. And there was about 90 different chapters around the country, about 80-something chapter directors at the high point, pretty much when I joined, and about 90 overall chapters. And I was one of the only ones who I was saying, come to your first event completely for free. Almost everybody else was like, well, you understand. I mean, I got to charge $20 a person because I got to cover the food and the room, and someone's got to pay for that. I'm like, do the math. And I obviously, of course, maybe not obvious unless you know about how this stuff works, but if you knew it, you'd know it's obvious that, of course, my chapter became the largest one in the whole history of the company, largest one in the world of the whole thing. And so other chapter directors from other cities and states would fly in and come over and say, I got to see what Steve Sipress is doing. And they'd see that not only am I not charging people to attend, for crying out loud, but then I'm feeding them, and we're doing a champagne toast. This was a celebration. Remember, at the end of every single event, we raised the glass and we toasted, hey, we're entrepreneurs. We're not employees. We're not government workers. We're not losers of any kind. We are business owners, and we celebrate that. And my Christmas parties were legendary, 5-figure affairs of having steak and lobster and open bar, and the other chapter directors would go, how can you do that? What do you do? Do the math, dude. You see all these people here, they're having fun, they're having a great time, they're going to come back, they're going to refer, they're going to back. I don't have time to explain it all to them, but hopefully you get it. If you don't get it, you want some more explanation, hit me up. Twitter, Facebook, helpfromsteve.com, get on the phone. I do a one-on-one consultation, and I'll help you out. Just to let you know, of course, there's a waiting list. I got a crazy number that I really ought to get to, but I got other things to do, so I don't, it's not the priority of my day to do free consultations, but I do once in a while say, let's bang out a few. So go to helpfromsteve.com, get on a list, and I'll help you out with this or any other concept or topic or anything to do with growing your business. Toby Mersinger is here. Oh, and the charity donation angle is bad. Oh, you say it's bad because I think it's great. But yeah, if you say it's a party, but you have to donate $20 to a charity, yeah, that's bad. But if you can turn any kind of payments to your business and instead make them to a charity, that's great. But I do agree with what you're saying there. Anything when you bait and switch like that and say you're invited to a party and then people realize this ain't a party unless it's a party for the host only, who isn't even, again, beat a dead horse, isn't even going to put out the money to host the party. Kind of thing is that. Hey, Holly's here. Great seeing you. And, I see a bunch of Bob Donnell's already laughing at the whole concept. See, now, here, let's use Bob as an example. Brilliant business person and leader of business people. And he invited me and even, I believe that he asked, I was at an event, like a 3 or 4 day event, might even have been a GKSE event, about 8-10 years ago maybe, and he, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 years ago, and he invited me, and I'm pretty sure my beautiful wife Michelle, probably with me in those days. We used to travel. We'd go to a 3-4 day event that I was speaking at, or attending, and or hosting people at, and we would add on a few days before and or after, and make a week or 10 days out of it. And so, we're going to Vegas or Caribbean or international or Florida, or, great places to travel, especially since we lived in Chicago. Anywhere nice in the winter, we would get there and make a vacation out of it. And for a few days, I got to go speak at the event. But anyway, Bob invited us. Said, I'm doing a lunch. Did he say you got to pay for it at the end? Did he pass around the menu and say it's a split checks or whatever that's called? No. He picked up the check for a gourmet. It was either a lunch or a dinner in a fantastic 5-star resort, I'm sure, where the event was. I remember it was a beautiful private dining room. I'm sure we had a great meal, a great company, because he was there with a few of his clients, and I mean, just a fantastic experience. At the time, I was in Chicago, and Bob's group was meeting in a fantastic location, if I remember correctly, on the beach in Newport. And I remember him saying, see, I now remember a lot about this lunch. That was years and years ago. Now, I'll finish that. I remember him saying he gets to work where he chooses, so he works on the beach in Newport, which is where his mastermind group meets and all that. And I came this close to saying, I want to be a part of that. But I remember my thinking at the time, I was in Chicago, and I didn't want to, what a wimpy excuse, but I didn't want to, make the trip that long to be a part of the group. Plus, at that time, I think I was in the Joe Polish 25K group, so I was paying $25,000 a year to Joe to be in that group. And I was in a couple others, like I always am, multiple coaches, multiple consultants, multiple mastermind groups I'm always in. And so I was stretched a little thin, but man, what a great guy, and what a great event. And he footed the bill for the whole thing, and so of course I remember it, but most of all what I remember is what a great guy Bob is. So pretty sure though, I mean maybe not, but what my beautiful wife Michelle will remember about this person that she hasn't met, but sent her an email somehow, she got her email from somebody, it will not be remembered as fondly as I remember Bob for inviting us and paying for that gourmet lunch or dinner that it was. And also, I think, did I say, but he also said, hey, bring a guest if you want. And I remember bringing a guest, and I'm trying to remember who it was. I remember it was a woman, it was a very sharp business woman, and that's what he said. If you have someone you know here who's at the event, who's very sharp, I trust you, bring him or her along. I brought her along, she enjoyed it, she loved it. I mean, I really appreciate that. And here I am years later telling the whole world about how great Bob is. So do that, and don't do what this person did of say, I'm throwing a party. However, not only are you going to pay for the whole darn thing, but then I'm going to sell you stuff through the whole thing. Like, ouch. Don't do that. That's my tip here, my bit of wisdom on Wisdom Wednesday. So thanks everyone being here today. I missed a bunch of people, but thanks for the comments, and thanks for being here as the sun sets on another beautiful day here. Late summer day in Arizona. These days, I mean, we survived the summer without having a typical couple of weeks of 115 and up days. I mean, it's only about 100 today. Beautiful. So, spectacular, beautiful day. Hope you're having a beautiful day where you are. And that'll do it for Wisdom Wednesday. I'll be back tomorrow with Throwback Thursday, where I will dip into the archives as I do every Thursday and pull something blast from the past. And I usually will teach a business lesson along with it. So I hope you'll join me then. Oh, and not wearing my customary ugly red Hawaiian shirt today because we just got back from a walk and did a little workout in the walk. And I said, you know, I want to do the video today before the sunset. So I am going to go take a dip in the pool, take a shower, change, relax, have some dinner. Hope you're having a fantastic day where you are as well, and I'll catch you tomorrow on Throwback Thursday. And thanks for all those likes. I see some likes coming in. Thank you for those too. Bye-bye, everyone.